In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
Welcome back to another Pointless Automotive Podcast starring your favorite hosts, because there are no other hosts, Chadwick and
Francisco.
Yeah, we're branching out.
Hola.
International.
Sí.
Today's riveting episode. I don't know why I always try to preface it with some kind of stylistic
special episode
accoutrements, but it doesn't deserve it. No, today's episode, we're doing, everybody knows the two-car solution, very popular thing to say, you know, hey, what's the two-car solution? Or, hey, those are two cool cars. That works for a two-car solution. But we're going to spice it up a little bit, keeping with the spice theme. And we're going to present some scenarios to one another. Totally realistic, of course, nothing far-fetched, and see what we can come up with. I think this will be fun to do, Frank. What do you think about that? You down for that? Does that sound game?
Clown? Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've oft talked about kind of various bits and pieces of this, but never in like a if you're in this particular scenario,
right,
kind of format. Like what would your answer be? And if you are watching along at home, you might notice a slightly different background for me. Chadwick's is slightly different just because he's always got cars floating around, different makes and models in his background, usually with the hood up, which is no different today. But I am, and Chadwick hasn't seen this yet. I'm going to show. I'm in like pseudo vacation mode. I'm going to take the camera off of here, and this is what I'm working with over here. This is
horrible,
crooked. It's Donner Lake. Yeah, and so the sun is setting. There's a beach right below me. It's really quite nice. And so if we get interrupted by like bats or boats or screaming children coming from inside the house, then you're just being part of this with me. So thank you. And won't you play along at home with our game and be part of this with us, because it is fun to do the two-car solution thing. And everyone's scenario is always a little bit different. And so I'm going to pick, I don't know. I think I picked a few scenarios that are in like varying degrees of nonsensicalness.
Nice.
And so I'm going to pick, you know what? I'm going to pick a down to earth, real world one to kick us off.
Let's do it. Yeah. I was going to say, you never know. We might hit it right on the head here for someone actually being presented with this scenario. So, hey, you're welcome in advance.
You're welcome. Or like we might hit it right on the shaft. I don't know. But so if you are this person, or in this case, you, Chadwick.
Yes.
You live in a major U.S. metropolitan city of your choice.
Gross.
Straight up like downtown, right? You are Mr. Metro Man, okay?
Hey now.
You only have street parking. You don't get a fancy pants parking space or a garage for $1,500 a month or something gross. You only have street parking. You also, what's my budget again? Let me check. You also only have $25,000 between two vehicles to spend. You also have no commute. Okay, so that is off the table. You either work remote or you're walking distance of your job. And so maybe you leave the city sometimes. Maybe you don't. I'll leave that up to your adventureness. Chadwick, how are you spending your cash for two cars? What's your solution?
So is it am I like true like single metro dude in the city, or am I looking at a family?
Yeah. Let's say you're a NIMBY, or not a NIMBY. Sorry, a yuppie. Very different things.
Not in my backyard.
Or not necessarily. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of yuppies that are NIMBYs. That's for sure.
Sure.
But yeah, you're a young urban professional, and you live in urbanness, and let's say you're only spending 2,500 Doge coins or whatever, 2,500 USD.
2,500 or 25K?
Sorry. Yeah, I misspoke. 25,000.
Okay. So I don't really have family responsibility, so I can have two fun cars. That being said, boy, parking on the street, that's a whole dynamic.
You must have two.
Jeez,
you can't be like, well, I'm only gonna have one because I have no responsibilities. No.
I kind of feel like I need a car because I would never be the guy that lives in the city, period. Sure. Being raised on a dirt road in rural Maine. So I need a car to get out of town. And I want a car that's, boy, this is a tough one.
Get out of.
I kind of feel like something small. That's a good one. What is it? What's the new? Never mind. No Dodge products. I kind of feel like a Mini Cooper S is a fantastic
Okay.
city car and a good get out of the
Sure.
city car. I used to commute in San Francisco to my clients all the time, and I had a Fiesta ST, and just being able to buzz in
Good
and out
pick.
of traffic.
That's actually
Maybe
really
I'll
good.
take Fiesta ST. Yeah, I'll take the Fiesta ST. Way more reliable
What's a
ish.
what's a good one of those running right now? 20?
No,
Like a
Fiesta
really
ST.
good one.
I mean, probably the market tops at like 18. You can get them for 12 to 14 for like
Sure.
decent condition, decent mileage.
Okay.
So that's going to be a big component, but that's a great get around if I have to get around the city or get out of town. But then, boy, what else do I need? I'm going to need that adventure aspect of my life. So I need something off roady. So I'm
Okay.
probably left with what, 10K best scenario, let's just say.
Yeah, if you're buying the nice, I mean, maybe a little bit more if you're buying a less than nice.
Yeah, how about something cool
Fist.
like I'd say a Suzu Trooper, but that's even cheaper. So let's go a little more richy rich and get a nice Montero for my I need to get out of town, go camping, get in the wilderness. I need four-wheel drive and some space in case I'm bringing friends with me. So I think that's my two-car solution for city living, like a
Okay.
Montero. And I'm not too worried about the Montero getting bumper dings.
Sure.
It's pretty rugged, pretty cheap truck.
So
Uh,
you're saying like two-door Montero?
Shit, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And a manual if I can score one.
I genuinely saw like an early two-door Montero today in a dude's driveway
What?
up here near Truckee. And I was like,
Nice.
dude, that guy's got it figured out. The bumpers had like holes in it.
That makes
Just
sense.
rotted out. Like it was tired, but hey, still going.
You
Still
can do
trucking.
like a Dodge Raider, which is effectively a two-door Montero too.
Yeah.
So that's another option. But I think Montero Fiesta ST would be a pretty good shot for that price point.
So okay, Fiesta ST and not Mini. I know we started off saying Mini Cooper S and then
Yeah, Mini would have been good, but I think for reliability, I'll take the Fist. As I
for
always
reliability, I'm taking the entry level turbocharged Ford.
just Fist me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's what a world we live in where that's the reliable entry.
How about you, my
Um,
friend? Do you have an answer to your question?
I do. I checked similar boxes, but in
Mhm.
dissimilar ways. So my thought was, um, if I'm gonna go city, I want like a city car
Okay.
or just getting around within the city. Like I don't have to leave the city. I'm not gonna leave the city. There is almost no such thing as fun driving within the city.
No.
And here, my mental picture is San Francisco. That's the
Mhm.
nearest like metropolis, not counting Oakland or San Jose. So let's say San Francisco, and in that I'm like Fiat 500e. Like I want
Mm.
to now not having a parking space or anything, and street parking charging might be a little bit suspect.
Oh, that's a good point.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Charge at work, maybe.
yeah, if my non-commute work, yeah, I don't know. But I'm going 500e because they're absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
No one cares if you kick the crap out of it. Like I don't want a nice city car. Like
They're cheap too. They're really affordable.
yeah, they're cheap because they only have like a 26-mile range or something by the time you get a used one. It gets
Sure.
really
Yeah.
degraded and whatnot. But like I'm not leaving the city, like whatever. And then I agree with you. I actually was thinking like a four-door. My thought was something with something clapped out,
Okay.
but with a soft top.
Mm.
So, maybe like a late 90s TJ, like two-door TJ Jeep,
I like
no
that.
top
Yeah.
on it, just let it rain, just let it collect rainwater, do whatever. Like,
That's what they
'cause my
did.
thought is like, if it's got glass and I'm street parking it, it's getting broken out.
Mm.
If it's got a soft top on it, it's getting sliced.
This man's
And
really leaning on that San Francisco.
I'm channeling the San Fran vibe. Um, and so yeah, that's maybe have some reliability mods done.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
you know, uh, maybe the only lock you put on is like the fuse box or something silly.
Yeah. Put a kill
Yeah,
switch in
like
there somewhere.
yeah, and then just let it get rained on, let it get bumped into. As long as yeah, maybe chase the occasional meth head from sleeping out of it. I don't know.
Nice.
But that's my solution. Is too tired, and I'd probably have a little bit of money left over to spend. Honestly,
You're gonna need it probably, but yeah.
I will definitely need it for. Yeah, maybe I'll drill holes in the floorboard so the rainwater will drain out.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
That was a good realistic start, man. So I'm gonna go down a little further, maybe a little more far
drill
fetched.
down,
I don't know.
drill down. Just a
Okay,
little.
so here's the deal, man. You need a
Yeah.
family car and a sports car, don't we all?
Yeah.
But you live in the Arctic Circle, and both
Ooh.
have to be from the same manufacturer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I have a budget or unlimited budget?
Within reason, let's say modestly. No, you can go a little hard. You can go a little hard.
Do we just say 100, or like we
Yeah.
going harder in the paint than that?
Well, if you go a little more than 100, about a buck 50, because you live in the Arctic Circle, man. Yeah.
That's true. Whatever I'm doing within the Arctic Circle is like, um, it's probably involving like sucking petrochemicals from the earth in some form or fashion.
You had me at sucking. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, well, or it could be that, like the North Pole lot lizard type derivative. Boy,
That's a tough one.
the knee jerk reaction for the family hauler north of everything is like Land Cruiser, like 100 or 200 series on like modest lift and balloon tires.
100%.
Which I think I can get. I mean, you can get one of those. Like, I don't know how much the balloon tire build is, but I'm just gonna like mentally price out like a whole build with like a fairly used, I don't know, 80. Let's just say I spent half the budget on that.
Sure, yeah, that's a good one.
The sports car, the north of the Arctic Circle, I feel like I would have to get a somewhat tired X rally monster.
Ooh,
A local. The ultimate solution, which I've spit the bit as far as budget is concerned at this point, would be a locomotive, a local motors rally fighter. He tried to say, which would be like the ultimate sports car creation, like
Sega Rally Championship.
Kinda, yeah, and I think they had like you can order them with whatever motors, LS or something reliable. But I don't have budget for that. So I think I would just have to get. I think I would have to get a pretty abused X Rally like Evo or STI.
Bro, it's got to be the same make though. So you said Toyota.
Sorry, ST205. Then I'm going. I mean, it's gonna be right-hand drive, but I'm just gonna have to live with it. What, like, I'm gonna run into somebody on the wrong side of the road north of the Arctic Circle?
Dude, like who said ST205 and then said had to say I'd live with it with the follow-up statement?
Well,
that'd be such an awesome freaking car.
Just with the right-hand drive-ness. Like that's the only thing that would keep me from selling everything I own to own one of those cars. I'm that like I really like those cars. I've got a genuine parts of me that have never been erect get erect for that car. And so yeah, I think that's it. I'm going probably 100 series balloon tire, a modest lift, and to get the kids to rural frozen soccer practice where the sun never sets, and then also weekend tear it up in my clapped ST205 rally build, complete with anti-lag and all that. What are you? I'm going long here. What
I'll go real quick. I stuck with Audi for this one. So cheap family hauler. RS6, a 2003. So twin turbo V8. I really have a soft spot for those cars. They're just
your sports car. I hope your sports car has an emergency back seat for when that like the transmission just melts into the Arctic Circle.
It's okay. I'm so below budget. I can buy like 10 transmissions and throw them in my spare garage.
You got 130K left over.
So my sports car, Audi R8 V10 Quattro. I can put studded tires on it and just have a blast.
You could. My first thought, if this was like unlimited budget, would be like the new Lamborghini Storado. Which is like the cousin of that car, right? Because it's basically a lot of the same guts as an R8, but just with a lift kit.
Yeah, I saved so much money on the RS3, RS6, which can still be had for, I don't even know, 10 to 15 on the nicest one. Yeah, I do too. I think they're absolutely stunning. I liked Audi's design at the time. It's more stoic, it's like, I don't know, it's not as grilly, if you will.
What's interesting is I mentally play brain chess, pocket pool, whatever you want to call it, about those, like the three cars of that era, right? You had the end of the E39 M5. You had the beginning of the supercharged E55.
Yep.
And then you had that car, and it's like they're all really cool. And I was like, which one's better? And like I change my mind like once a month.
Yeah, those are Three great cars. But yeah, that's what I'm going with, keeping it Audi.
I like it. Audi. You got to find an Audi tech way up north. But
I,
Germans do cold well, so you might be in good shape.
yeah, no matter. All cars are the same to me, so whatever. Might have to
Um,
buy some specialty tools, but yeah, let's go a little more rapid fire. We got some
yeah,
good
let's go
ones here.
rapid fire here. So I'm currently in Tahoe. This one's somewhat realistic again, but kind of similar themed. I'm here in Tahoe, Donner, Truckee. Um, it snows here a lot for
Mm,
like half of the year. The other half of the year, it's sunny and pretty, and there's some good, questionably maintained, but good roads up here. And you
yes.
can find good roads not that far away from here. And I'm actively getting bit by mosquitoes while I'm out on this balcony.
Yay.
Back to the same budget as the last one I proposed, $25,000. Just any two cars. What are you doing?
Boy, what's that budget again?
25K. So
Oh,
a realistic budge.
okay.
Um, and just yeah, you live here. Like you can do two off-roaders, no off-roaders, two sports cars,
Boy.
family, whatever you want to do. If you lived here, what would your 25 grand? What are you doing?
Boy, you need an off-roader for sure. But 25 grand's pretty tight for a solid off-roader. Well, boy, man, that's tough. I'd probably keep like something cheap that I can really thrash on, because you don't want something too nice. So something like
Sure.
my Trooper would be cool. I'd overdo like the suspension, good tires, all that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
have that be my beater, get it done kind of real off-roading. And then I
Yeah.
need something kind of nice for like snowboarding and skiing and hauling people around. So maybe like an LX 470, like a really, well worn in but well maintained example. So I have my kind
Okay.
of nice SUV, and then I have my kind of beater truck, get it done.
Okay. Interesting. I like
Yeah.
it. So you're going double off road. It's like
You,
it's like when you go to a pizza joint and you like want a pepperoni pizza and you're like, give me the double pepperoni.
Exactly. Well, either one goes down, I still have like a capable machine that's going to get me around
That's
you're
true.
in and out, right? Whether it be snowy or nice
Yeah.
out.
Well, that's true. And I spliced it like this. I wanted an off-roader slash like when the weather sucks, I can just drive and not like worry about dying. So
True.
I kind of did the splits the other way where it's like I want my like daily driver off-roader. Maybe have some more miles on it. Like and I was thinking spending like 12 to 15 on a GX
Oh,
470.
yes.
I was
Yep.
thinking same similar thought process. GX is a little cheaper, a little smaller, but super capable. And so I would
Oh,
have
yeah.
that. It's got heated seats. It's a comfy place to be when it's dumping snow and you don't want to be out in it. And then I'm going Miata. I'm gonna have like a ten to $12,000 Miata where like the overhangs are short. You can beat it up on kind of beat up
Oh,
roads a little bit. I'd
top
keep
down.
stock-ish ride height. I don't think I would lower it, and I would
Mhm.
have tires with some sidewall on it, and just kick the snot out of it all summer. Keep the top down, and just go during the summer. And then when it snows, put it away. Touch it again in 4, 5, 6 months.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's a good combo.
All right. Do you want to get weird? I feel like you got something weird
Of
coming my
course I
way.
do. So let's see what we want to do here. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay. You're a fiscally responsible family man
You
who
don't
likes
know
to go
me.
topless once in a while.
Okay, you do know me.
You have $5,000 total to buy a minivan and a convertible. What are you going for, Frank? 5K.
Oh boy. Um,
Topless and a minivan. Let's go.
Topless in a minivan and fiscally responsible.
Mm,
Um, con family. So okay, I don't think I'm gonna go Chrysler Sebring because I think when I go topless, I'm gonna be inappropriately topless and just have no kids anywhere in the facility. In the, I think I will be topless and I will be top down in my convertible.
gotcha.
Um, I think I would go maybe like a mildly clapped Saab 9.3 with a manual,
Hell yeah.
which you can still get pretty inexpensively if it's got like over 150,000 miles and like maybe there, it's got some imperfections.
Yeah.
And then I would spend the remaining, I don't know, 2 grand, hopefully, on like maybe 2,500. Maybe I'm splitting this thing down the center.
Yeah.
I'm going high mileage, but reasonably well maintained, first generation Toyota Sienna.
Oh, nice.
They're reliable, they're reasonably comfortable, parts are crazy cheap. I would feel comfortable buying like a 2000 for first gen Sienna
Yeah,
and
it's
feel
good.
like I'm not going to die. Maybe a first gen Odyssey, maybe, or a Zuzu Oasis because I feel like they take a hit because it's got an Isuzu badge on it.
Exactly.
Um, that's what I'm doing. How about you?
I like that. So I'm gonna go Mazda MPV. I might not be able to get the manual. They're hard to find,
Yeah,
but
they don't exist.
MPV or the Mercury Villagers, a really nice minivan, and it can be had all day for 2,500. So
Yeah,
you
you get
can't,
the VG30, the
yeah,
VG30 motor, and
get a
Nissan
little
by Nissan. Yeah.
good little motor, but you can't really score a reliable Miata in this range anymore. So for convertible, I'm going Mercury Capri. Now, if I can
You are doing
swing an
Capri.
XR2, you bet your butt I'm going to get an XR2. But even without, it's a cool little front wheel drive convertible. Italian design, Australian built,
The good news is it's
American
like,
badge, Japanese engine.
yeah, it's
It's the global.
it's the pit bull of convertibles. It's Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, right.
The thing with that is like you might be able to score a decent one for not a lot of money because almost nobody knows what they are, and there's like, oh, that's a weird
XR2s, I'll probably score an XR2
platformer.
for like 3 or 4 grand, and then the minivan can be like $1,500.
Yeah, boy, $1,500 minivan. We just hate children, don't we?
Maybe we make it, maybe we don't.
Well, what's funny is I have, man, I don't. The other one I was gonna do is kind of similar to that.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna skip it for now. I'm gonna go to another one. Only automatics.
Oh.
Only 4 doors. Only $50,000 to spend. Go.
Oh boy, this is tough, man. 4 doors.
It has to have 4 doors. It has to be an automatic.
I think for daily, but still fun, I kind of feel like a Golf GTI with a DSG is kind of a safe option in this scenario.
Yeah, that's a good get out of jail free card.
Yeah, good hatchback, a good decently reliable platform. Depending on what I go, that's going to be probably 15K if I get a pretty modernish one. Mm-hmm. And then I have what you said, 50K?
50, yeah.
35K left on a 4-door automatic. Boy, this is a little interesting. What's good that's 4-door? Probably like a
SUVs count. It doesn't have to be a sedan. It just has to have 4 doors.
This is true. Probably I'm probably got to keep it off-roady. I definitely can get a Rubicon, like an older Rubicon with 4 doors.
I thought you were going to try and get cute and go like RX-8.
Oh. No, I think I'd go Rubicon. I think that'd be a good combo. That's two funnish cars.
$35,000 Wrangler Ruby and
GTI, baby.
And the GTI. Yeah, that's not a bad play.
Yeah.
I spliced it up a little bit different.
Okay.
I do have an off-roader. So I did take a Q there. I was thinking for not an enormous amount of money, for probably 15, I can get a very nice first gen Xterra supercharged.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah.
Which they are cool. They've got some cool little extra gadgets and gadgets visually to set them apart.
Get it in yellow.
The interior. Sure. Yeah. I mean, really, they're pretty hard to find. So get one in whatever color. But I think for
silver.
15 grand, you can get a pretty darn nice one.
Mm-hmm.
For 20, you can get an extremely nice one. And they're pretty reliable. So I think I would do that because, 20 grand would get me a 4Runner the same era, but it'd be like, I don't know, it'd have double the miles and twice the amount of wear and tear.
Right.
For the same money. So I'm going Xterra supercharged, and then I'm going to do a W211 E55.
Oh,
if I do well enough on the Xterra, I'm going wagon.
Yes.
If I don't go enough, then I would settle for a sedan. The wagons are so cool, but they're so hard to find.
Yeah, they are premium.
They command a massive premium. They command
an older Xterra. I'd make the sacrifice on the Xterra side for that combo for sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Nice.
You got any last ones to pitch my direction?
Dude, this one's called Mopar or No Car. You like to go fast, but a Hemi only gives you a semi.
Oh.
You really need front wheel drive. Select 2 cool front wheel drive Dodges to get your sports car jollies off. So front wheel drive Dodge, 2 of them.
I almost asked a silly question of budget, which like if you went like the 2 most expensive front wheel drive Mopars, it's Stealth RT non-turbo.
Right.
I mean maybe.
I
don't know if I would kick that out of bed.
They're not bad.
So that's an option, I suppose. I mean,
There are far more options than you'd imagine.
I know.
There's
I
a
think,
lot.
Maybe
Um,
there are a lot. Like,
There
I kind of
are.
want to go like Dodge Spirit RT.
Ooh.
I kind of, you almost have to say an incredibly nice Omni GLSH.
Close enough.
Or GLHS, I should say.
That's the money.
There we go. Thank you. I think no matter what I do, I have to say Neon SRT4, like a perfect one, unless I want to get like really weird and go Caliber SRT4. I found a couple for sale here locally.
I know. It's just the neon. I think the neon gets it done though. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Neon SR. I think I have to go Neon SRT4.
Yep.
And I'd like to do the stealth, but I think I'd have to go true Mopar and no bad engineering. Although Plymouth Laser RS,
Pretty
front-wheel
cool.
drive. Ooh, I think I'm gonna do that. Actually,
front-wheel drive though, buddy.
They made those in front-wheel drive, right? Turbo front-wheel drive.
Yes, the early ones.
Yeah,
I think that actually, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I think the Plymouths weren't available with all-wheel drive.
I don't think so.
Front-wheel drive only. I think
the Eagle and Mitsubishi.
Yeah. Eagle and Mitsubishi. So I think I'll do that. I'm thinking of the Plymouth Laser RS Turbo.
You almost picked my combo. I went Omni GLHS and Neon SRT4, baby.
Yeah. I almost said the Omni, but I was like, you know what? Chadwick's going to be doing the same thing.
So cool. Me and my hot hatches.
I feel like those are probably the most torque-steeriest things on the globe, right?
Probably the most expensive, one of the most expensive front-wheel drive Dodges you can buy too. Right now,
yeah,
they're gathering some cash flow, so they're pretty popular. I did have another.
Oh, you have another one? Let's go with yours.
I do have another cool one. Let's go for it. This one's called Survival of the Fittest, and this one's going to be very personal, my friend. If you had to cull your fleet down to just 2 cars, what are the last ones standing? This is the ultimate 2-car solution, buddy. Go. No exceptions. 2 cars.
Here's the thing. The only one I'm going to throw out is the S2000 because it isn't technically mine.
Yeah, it's got to be your car.
It's got to be registered in my name.
Yep.
The Barracuda, I think I legally have to keep. And then I guess the Lexus, but like I kind of, you know what? If I'm being honest, if I had to sell it and then just keep something else, I'd maybe sell it and keep the Galant. Because like the Lexus is very replaceable.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
The Galant is not, and I could kind of figure out a way to make that. But boy, that is a tough way to make a living because like the amount of time I would potentially be renting cars because my 65 Plymouth or my 91 Mitsubishi is not working it's a high probability.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that and I'm not happy about it. How about you?
It's super tough. But I thought the same way. Like I can go and buy another daily, especially if I'm liquidating, in this case, 9 other cars. So I'm going with Galant VR4. Can't get rid of that. You just can't. It's against all our principles and morals. And Corvette ZR1 actually made the cut. So I'm keeping the ZR1, keeping the VR4. Wow. Keeping those special editions, baby.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
it's
what
tough.
am I to complain? I'm sitting here thinking about like, well, what about reliability? And mine is like far and away, like it's the exact same thing except worse.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of good cars going away, but that's it. Galant and Corvette.
Oh man, well, I'm glad we don't necessarily have to make that choice. At least not today. Who knows?
Perhaps another week.
Exactly. Tune in. Yeah, we just come in next week and we've each collectively sold like 19 cars.
Oh god.
Well, I don't really have anything else because we can, I think, pretty much play this game all day.
Yeah.
One thing I do know that needs to happen is I think you need to try and publicly embarrass me. To the listeners, God and country, and anyone sitting on this beach below me, thinking I'm doing some kind of weird live stream or something.
Well, I think I stumped you twice in a row. Is that true?
Man, you might have.
So
I feel pretty grumpy about the last one with the storm of Bruin.
I know. I thought you were gonna grab that one right at the beginning, but
Yeah.
I'm playing a little softball with you because it's all in fun, my
Oh man.
friend.
All right.
This is a cool car. I don't know how we haven't called this car out. So
Should I intro it real quick?
yeah, do that and I'll pull up the ad. How about that?
Yeah, you get the ad juiced up.
Ooh.
And yeah, all we're gonna do is we're gonna play a quick automotive print ad quiz game. Chadwick here is gonna find an automotive print ad, like from a magazine or such,
Mm.
from the 80s, the 90s, to the mid 2000s. He's gonna read the type copy. He's gonna redact out overly identifying information. I'm squishing mosquito right now, and I got it. See?
Uh,
Look
Your
at that.
first
Look at
victory.
that. There we go.
Kill confirmed.
It's a good omen. And then I will get three guesses to try and figure out what the vehicle make model is. If I miss on some guesses, I can ask for a hint. I get 10 minutes. And Chadwick, are you ready to read me what I will get?
I am so ready to read at a third grade level, my friend.
Brilliant.
Here's the ad. The vehicle is the upper half. It's a side profile, which is often unexplored, but sometimes it works out for certain cars. And this car has a very interesting side profile.
Ooh.
Introducing blank. It will change the way you think about blank very quickly.
Ooh, punny.
Blank is proud to introduce a serious tool for enthusiasts, the blank blank. I'm not going to give you the year.
Okay.
There has never been a faster blank, and there has never been a blank more purposely built to deliver sheer driving excitement. Everything about blank is designed to enhance driver control. A long list of standard features includes a supercharged intercooled engine,
Okay.
four-wheel independent suspension, and four-wheel power disc brakes. This should help you immensely. A rear deck spoiler that automatically rises at speeds over 45 mphs. And a sleek arrow shape lovingly handcrafted at the famed Blank Coachworks. And while Blank's numbers are impressive, 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds, and a top track speed of 140 miles per hour, equally impressive are the characteristics numbers can't describe. The way the suspension communicates with the road. I don't know why it communicates with the road. That makes no sense, that statement.
Shh.
What does that mean?
The road has to know. Okay.
Yeah, a car just steered over me. The way the steering mirrors the driver's moves, the way you feel behind the wheel. This is the sports coupe automobile said feels as blank and solid as a blank blank. High praise for a car that costs only $17,900. The new blank blank. It will change the way you think about blank very quickly. Visit your local dealer today. Frank, what car is going to make you visit your local blank dealer today? I am starting 10 minutes on the clock.
Awful lot of blanks in there.
All the blanks.
Don't know if it's front or rear wheel drive.
Do not.
Don't know. Don't have a door count. Um, Although this, I don't know, feels quite sporting.
Mm,
The 45-mile-an-hour deploying rear deck lid spoiler.
yes.
You know, for a minute, because it is supercharged and intercooled,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was thinking Toyota, but I don't like a first gen MR2, but that doesn't have a active arrow.
Be cool if you
Certainly,
did.
exactly. I would argue Mark III Super is probably quicker, faster.
Mm.
And so that would be a weird ad for them to do there. So I'm gonna ixnay that on out. Man, see now I'm all screwed up because you said it was gonna give you were gonna give me a layup, and now here I am. Okay, supercharged. I'm trying to think of stuff that has rear deploying arrow. So like
Yes.
a deck lid spoiler that just like shows up.
Mm.
We're gonna eliminate all the Porsche stuff. I don't think it's anything compressor, so let's get rid of anything late 90s or early 2000s. Benzo. I think.
Mm.
But it doesn't read like that. No, stop. Like the
That's
fastest for your money. It reads like a Pontiac ad. I don't know why. Like the imagery, everything, it feels like it would be a Pontiac ad. So that would probably be 3800 supercharged. Although, are those intercooled? I don't know. I better make at least an initial guess here. I don't know what supercharged. No, because there's way faster Pontiacs too. That ad wouldn't make sense. Boy. Um, I'm flailing here. I can't think of any supercharged like Kia or Hyundai offerings of this era, because that would totally fit like the vibe here. Was there ever an early Mini Cooper S with a active aero on like the weird coupe thing? I'm just gonna take a stab here. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Who do I keep forgetting about, my friend? Is this? I'm gonna say this is a 1990. Let's say 91. Let's go 91. 1991 Volkswagen Corrado G60. Final answer, Bob.
This is indeed a 1989
Oh, I
Volkswagen
overshot it.
G60 Corrado. It will
Oh,
change the
man.
way you think about Volkswagen very quickly. Frank.
I keep forgetting about the existence of the people's car. I don't know.
Literally,
I don't know.
very
We
famous.
just talked about this.
This is a very famous car for being not reliable now.
I love
But
this car so
at the
much.
time, I mean, this is a really, I still think it's sharp. I think this is a very well designed
Dude,
car.
I saw one today.
Yeah,
Although I don't know. It might have been a VR6. I don't know, but I saw a black one, and it would look really nice.
They're out in the wild, and the thing is, they did have that power rear spoiler, which is pretty original. Not many things have that.
It just kind of goes. It just kind of beep, comes up like 2 inches. Beep.
Yes, it wasn't a Cayman S we were talking about. That would be ridiculous for $17,900. Right. So
yeah, I just damn. So Volkswagen.
You got it, man. Jeez, man. I was like, I felt bad. I'm like, this is a layup. You got this. There's no car that fits this. I don't even need to give you engine specs. Like the fact that it's fast, supercharged, and has a spoiler that pops up.
Yeah.
But you got it, bud.
And I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, it kicked. I really like those cars. I've never actually driven one. I've heard they drive just okay.
Yeah.
At least the VR6s.
They're pretty soft, like on factory suspension. It's a very soft, but it's a good cruiser. Like it's a very compliant cruiser. But that G60 is a little temperamental.
I mean, I'd much rather have a Corrado than. I mean, it might be my favorite looking modern Volkswagen.
I have a soft spot for those Jettas.
Those are great.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a WA Passat wagon is a handsome looking machine.
It's good looking car too.
And when I say modern, I mean like early 80s and up. Like Siroccos are cool. Like I really like those as well, but I'd rather have a Corrado, I think.
Good job, my friend.
Thanks.
Let's celebrate. Look,
I got it on one guess, but boy,
yeah, you did it laborious. First time go after you almost spit out something about some weird Mini with a raising spoiler. But let's celebrate with a little illicit substance called PCP, and in this case, it's Project Car Progress, guys. So don't knock us out. Let's do quick hits. Let's do quick hits this week. Have you had any Project Car Progress this week, Frank?
So my Project Car Progress, we went in reverse a little bit. So I am actually wearing a hat. So hat tip to our friends at the DWA pod, right? And driving. So I took the Galant on a little half-day rally.
Nice.
And which was great. I had a lot of fun. Warren and Lane and Art was not there, but the rest of the gang was there to hang out. It was a good time. And predictably, the car was actually flawless as ever, except for two things. The mirror glass, fell off on the driver's door. That was actually both of these things actually happened the night before, so not even on the drive.
It's freaking wild.
Shut the door, mirror glass fell off. Okay, I have to order a replacement. And then there's a little button on the clutch, on the actual arm of the clutch pedal that presses onto the neutral safety switch. And it's a little hard plastic nylon piece, and it turned into dust just from sitting in the sun and whatnot.
30 years.
Yeah. So I go to start it, and it's crank and no start. Oops. So I have yet to craft a solution there. but I need to craft a solution there and get myself another, I don't know, glue a button onto
You
the
could do whatever.
Miata.
Yeah. Something that acts as the same thing that presses the safety switch, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
My,
so
my
that's
favorite thing is like Frank sends me an obscure picture of this like fucking broken piece of plastic. And
can
I'm
you
like,
identify
is that a
this?
clutch safety switch? And he's like, you got it.
You son of a bitch. Um,
This guy
yeah,
is nuts.
and it's funny, like half the time anymore, I'm like sitting here like talking about this. I'm like, did I already talk about this on the podcast, or did I just text Chadwick about my problems? Um, and so yeah, so anytime I'd have to start it, I have to like open the door, get on the ground on my knees, and like reach my arm up there and grab the neutral safety switch, make sure it's in neutral, and just crank it over.
Sometimes somehow
So
that
that was
seems
good
like the
work.
most Mitsubishi Galant thing ever to do
Yes.
to start your Galant, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So that was good, but it was a good half day drive.
Mm.
Put like 180 something, maybe 180 hard miles on it between getting down to Santa Cruz and back and all the things.
So
Um,
mechanically, the car's been performing excellently.
brilliantly. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
good
you know,
car.
without a hitch.
Great car.
Yeah, I'm due to give it a little bit of love, fix that, get the mirror, which I called Mitsubishi just on a whim to see. And of course, both those parts are NLA, so I can't get them anymore.
Sure.
So I'm gonna have to hit up the I don't know, Amazon Prime. I don't know. It is Prime Day.
Were
So
they like, sir, what model Outlander or what year Outlander do you have?
exactly. Is it a sport? Is it an Eclipse or an Eclipse Cross, sir?
Clips cross.
So that's kind of it. Like I got I'm
Cool.
gonna get parts coming on that. So not a whole lot of progress, but you know, anytime I talk about that car, I say the only thing I need to do is drive it, and so I got a chance to do that, which was good.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah. How about you, sir?
Yeah. So I'm working on the Tahoe, which you can see behind me if you're
I
watching at
do.
home.
I'm near Tahoe.
Nice.
Look at
Ooh.
that. Hey.
So the big thing with the Tahoe was it couldn't be registered because it wouldn't pass smog because the secondary air wouldn't get ready.
Yep. Yep.
Gotta love that. Anyway, swapped out the secondary air pump. I cleaned all the connectors on the electrical components, made sure everything was operating. I reverse tested resistance for everything. Everything was good. So I was pretty confident with cleaning everything and putting a
Yep.
new secondary air pump, it would work. So didn't even put 100 miles on it. And the thing got ready instantly, secondary air. I
Nice.
was so happy. I sent an owner a picture of my scan tool, showing him everything's ready. Went and got it smogged for him. Full service here, guys, friends and family.
Wow.
So passing smog is huge. They can register. That's a bit, you don't understand with these older vehicles with high mileage. Passing smog is such a huge milestone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big friggin' deal. So that's good. But I also put that new radiator in, right? Because the plastic end
That's
tanks were
right.
leaking. So I noticed some more coolant near the firewall, like a little drip, just a little moisture. And I'm like, oh, that's never good up there because you have your heater core, right? Like built in there. So they're on these models, GM in their infinite wisdom used a plastic T because it has rear seat heating. So it has to tee off of that.
Okay.
So at some point, that plastic became brittle, probably 10 years ago. And someone broke it when they did the last replacement radiator.
Got it.
They glued it with what
Epoxy.
it looks like, well, Gorilla Glue is what it looks like to me. So it's kind of giving up the ghost and it was crumbling. And no joke, just trying to pull the rubber hose off, the whole thing just disintegrated. So I had to order a new one of those, which is still readily available, shockingly.
Right.
Can't get a secondary air pump, but you can get that. So that's an indicator that plastic breaks often. So I got to put that in. And after that, everything's going to be good to go. Man, this
Yeah.
started off as a secondary air job, just to be clear. Now it's a radiator, heater core T fitting. Oh, and I did,
all the jobs. Yeah.
all the things. But that's my PCP, man. Not even my own car, but I'm here to help people
Yeah.
that take their cars to shops and get the runaround and can't get their problems fixed.
Or glue T fittings back together.
Oh, dude, that's a nightmare. That thing would have broken on like a road trip or something. That's game over, man. Imagine trying to source that part while your car's pouring all its coolant out.
Yeah, no, but tell you what though, I bet you that part is still available because it's probably been the same GM part from like 1982 to like it's probably still an active part number. Like
Yeah, which is shocking with the secondary air not existing. But hey, the T
yeah,
fittings
hey,
dead. And it's crumbly plastic, so people are buying like 5 every year. So
exactly, get a 5-pack.
all right,
Very
dude.
cool.
Close us out, man.
Let's do
It
it.
was a good one.
Yeah, the bugs are biting. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be in the same position next week here, and you'll see me on a balcony. Who knows? Let's not take people behind the curtain. But yeah, no, thanks you guys for hanging out as always. If you're checking out the visuals, beautiful. If not, maybe you're missing something. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be shirtless. Chadwick will be pantsless. And
Always.
you can see all of that on our YouTube page. So find us there, APA Podcast, another Pointless Automotive Podcast. APA Podcast on the Instagrams.
Yeah.
I'm the Photographer's Garage. My name's also Frank. How about you, Chad to the Wick?
Yeah, check out Frank's awesome photography, guys. It's
That's
something
something.
else.
It's
It's
something.
next level, if you will. Myself, my little personal endeavors, Auto
Yeah.
Obsessive Garage, mostly on YouTube, rescues, restorations, reviews, a little bit of the same on Instagram. And again, thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks, brochachos.
Take care.